Good morning, everybody. It is the morning of the Sunday of the United States Grand Prix. Now, we're in America. Obviously, one of the main talking points going into this week was Logan Sargeant, the only American on the grid. Now, it hasn't been the best weekend for him. Hasn't been the best, has it? It's been very difficult, but this actually is starting to become a bit of a pattern with Mr. Sargeant. So, let's start with the qualifying of the race. Obviously, it's a sprint weekend. There are two qualifyings, or shootouts, as they want us to call it. Let's start with the qualifying. He had a bad time, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, both Williams drivers, so him and Alex Albon, both struggled on Friday. So Logan P20 for the race today.
Not a rare occurrence.
No. Albon P18. So on Friday, it looked as though it was more a car issue. Slightly goes in Sargeant's favour. But then Saturday, we had the sprint shootout in the morning. He is again P20, or was again P20. Albon, P9. Yeah.
And this is interesting because the other talking point of the weekend is, of course, Daniel Ricciardo. He's back. You know, he's barely driven this year. Arguably, he's in a worse car than the Williams, and yet he's still out-qualified. I mean, I know he's an incredibly experienced driver.
Yeah.
But he's not in the best, not mindset, but this scenario isn't perfect for him.
No, he's on the back foot, definitely. I think as well, I mean, so then coming to the sprint race, again, Sargeant was P19, but Stroll did retire from brake issues. Albon again, P9.
Yeah.
So he didn't gain or lose, but it just highlights the difference and the deficit between the two drivers. And I think Sargeant's peak this season, where it seemed to look like he was going to turn things around, was the British Grand Prix. Had his best finish, which was 11th, which is a decent finish for a rookie driver.
Really good.
That is great.
In a Williams as well.
Yeah. But that seemed to be where he was going to turn things around. And it's just gone the opposite direction. And I think there's 5 races to go of the season. I know that Williams are giving him till the end of the season before making a decision.
Does that mean that they are still thinking of maybe replacing him next season? Because that is late in the day to be making those decisions.
That's what they say. However, I think they've probably already made a decision and they just don't.
My money's on Mick.
See, I think they actually will give him another chance for next year.
Oh no, I think they will. I think you're right. I think they want. I mean, James Vowles, all he has been saying is that he just needs consistency from his drivers, and obviously this is just an idea that is going through his whole management style right now. I think he needs consistency from his team as well. So I do think you're right. I do think they will keep Logan on for next year, and keep everything, keep all the variables controlled. Like, that is what James is looking for right now. And he knows it's a long game with his team. So maybe he's not overly bothered right now. And look, American money.
Yeah,
American sponsors.
Definitely something that comes with being the only American driver on the grid, especially as there's been this huge boom in the American audience since Drive to Survive, or, you know, throughout the last 5 years or whatever it is. But for me, it just feels like Williams has had such a jump forward this year. They've got a car that is not that bad.
Yeah.
It's a pretty decent car.
We didn't expect it to perform here.
No.
And neither did Alex. The car shouldn't. This isn't the kind of track where this car does actually perform. But Alex has pulled it out the bag. Like, he is so talented, and he's really showing that Red Bull made a really bad mistake getting rid of him.
Yeah. But don't you think that now they've got this car, if they just had 2 drivers that were on a similar sort of level, where could they go?
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly.
They need a stronger driver pairing.
Yeah, no, Logan Sargeant has 0 points, like you said, only above the drivers who have not driven full-time. Below Liam Lawson, another rookie driver, very talented, but a rookie driver who only drove, 5 races? 4 or 5 races? So, he came into the sport too early, didn't he? Like, Sargeant I'm sure he's a great driver. He just hasn't got the experience. Williams wanted that American promotional product, which they have in Sargeant. So the question is he disappointing this week? And the second question is, what is actually going to happen to him next year? I feel like we've answered the second question. I feel like Williams will keep him.
Yeah, I think they'll keep him.
Okay, so we're confirmed on that. First question, is he disappointing American fans? He's a handsome lad, isn't he?
What's that got to do with it?
That's all I can think of.
Oh, it sounds so mean, but yeah. Because if you go back to Miami as well, it was a similar situation. His first US race in front of literally a home crowd, because he's from Florida. And he, again, was qualifying last in the race, I believe.
Yep. So, okay, if for American fans out there, who can they support? McLaren. Zach Brown is an American CEO of McLaren, of McLaren F1 team. And Haas.
Yeah,
Haas is the only America-based team on the grid. And Gunther Steiner is a frickin' boss. So if you're not interested in supporting Logan Sargeant, there's still plenty of American love on the grid. McLaren, I mean, they've got a couple of great drivers, and Haas, just a brilliant, brilliant team. Their upgrades are really working this week. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoy the Austin Grand Prix. We will be there at the track reporting from the paddock. So, exciting stuff ahead. Sorry, Logan. Not overly enamoured, but best of luck. We are rooting for you. It's just, not very good.
This could be the biggest comeback we've seen.
It could be. And let's hope so.
Let's have some faith.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.